Hello, students. We have been dealing with a special relationship between banker and customer, and we have already seen four obligations of the banker. So, today we will see the fifth one, that is your garnishi order. So, garnishi order, from this you can expect questions for 2 marks, 5 marks, as well as 15 marks in your examination. And these things, whatever the obligations are there, these are not only important from your academic point of view, but also these are important for some competitive exams as well. Okay, so that's why kindly don't ignore these things. So we'll see what is this garnishi order. It is an order issued by the court to the banker to suspend or freeze the account of a particular customer. Okay, so the word garnishi is derived from a Latin word called as garnire, which means to warn. So here it is a warning given by the court to the bank to stop the payment of money from particular customer's account. Okay, so the court will give a order saying that you have to freeze or you have to suspend so and so person's account, and you have to stop the further transactions in that account. Okay, so here it is an order issued by the court. Okay, so who requests the court for such order? The creditor requests the order. Okay, to whom the order is issued? It is issued to the banker. Okay, so banker is also called as garnishi. So what order is given? So the order is given not to pay the money to the debtor until the claim of the creditor is paid. Okay, till that account should be freezed or payment should not be paid. Okay, so here when the debtor fails to pay the money to his creditor and creditor comes to know that debtor has an account in bank, in such cases creditor may apply to the court to issue a garnishi order on the debtor's banker. Okay, so that is your garnishi order. We'll take a small example and we'll try to understand what this garnishi order is. Okay, now suppose there are two persons, say Mr. X and Y. So Mr. X takes loan from Y, say 50,000 rupees. Okay, so now who is the debtor and who is the creditor? Mr. X is the debtor and Mr. Y is the creditor. Now if X fails to repay the loan to Y, okay, X is not repaying the amount which he has taken from Y, he is refusing to make the payment. At that time Y comes to know that Mr. X is having an account in so and so bank. Say we will take SBI bank. Okay, so what will Mr. Y do? He will go to the court and file a case. Okay, so when he file a case and if he wins the case, okay, he won the case, at that time the court will issue a notice. The court will issue a garnishi order. Okay, so garnishi order will be given to whom? Garnishi order will be given to the banker. Whose banker? Mr. X's or debtor's banker. Okay, so what will be there in the garnishi order? Or when the garnishi order is received by the banker, the banker has to freeze the customer's account, that is Mr. X's account. Okay, so till when? Until and unless the amount is repaid. Okay, until and unless X's account, from X's account 50,000 until he gives to Mr. Y, till then the account will be freezed. Okay, so once when the banker receives garnishi order, he has to freeze or he has to stop the payment coming to X's account. Okay, so no transactions will take place once when the garnishi order is received. So now Mr. X's account has received what? Garnishi order. So whatever the transactions are there, okay, so it might be purchase and sale of securities, it might be any other transaction, collection of checks or anything, so those transactions won't take place because garnishi order has come for Mr. X's account, and that's why the banker has to freeze that account. Okay, so now when the now it is the responsibility or it is the duty of Mr. X to pay rupees 50,000 from his account to Mr. Y. Okay, so that is your garnishi account, garnishi order. Garnishi order simple. So it is issued by whom? It is issued by the court to the banker to stop the payment of money belonging to a particular customer's account. Okay, so here there are three parties in your garnishi order. Okay, so first one is your judgment creditor, then judgment debtor, and finally your garnishi. So judgment creditor, the creditor on whose request garnishi order is issued. Okay, so in the example Mr. Y will be the judgment creditor. Okay, because he is issuing the garnishi order from the court. Then next comes your judgment debtor. So who is judgment debtor? The debtor whose account is suspended. So in this case, Mr. X will become your judgment debtor. And third one, garnishee, the banker to whom the order is given. Okay, so here in the previous example, who is the garnishee? SBI Bank will become the garnishee. Okay, and there is no need to take down this picture. Okay, it is just for your understanding purpose. Okay, so next we'll see parts of garnishee order. Okay, so garnishee order is issued by the court in two parts. So the court is going to issue the garnishee order in two parts. First one is your order nisi. So it is the first order issued by the court. Nisi means unless. So as I have told you, what is this garnishee? Garnishee means to warn. It is the warning given by the court to the bank. So here this particular order nisi, it warns the banker not to pay the funds belonging to a particular customer until further orders are issued. So the whatever the payment are there in that debtor's account, it should be stopped. Okay, no matter what the situation is. So there are certain situations, or the this particular order nisi, it directs the banker first and foremost thing to suspend the debtor's account, that is to freeze the debtor's account, not to make any kind of payment from debtor's account. Okay, any kind of payment means what? Suppose if there is any collection of checks or bills and all, at that time the banker won't accept the checks in the name of the debtor's account. Okay, nor any payment will be made on the instruction of the debtor to maybe for some other things and all. Okay, so there won't be any transactions. Okay, so the account will be totally freezed. Next one, to explain why the funds of judgment debtor lying in the hands of the banker should not be used for payment of judgment creditor. So second thing is, the banker has to say, okay, in case whatever the funds are lying in the debtor's account, why they cannot be used to make the payment to the creditor. Okay, now we'll take the same example and continue the class. Suppose now Mr. X's account is having, okay, he's having an account in which bank? He's having an account in SBI. Okay, now in SBI, when the banker receives garnishee order, that is to freeze Mr. X's account, the banker has to give the reasons why the account or why the funds cannot be given to Mr. Y. Okay, so then to raise any objections by the banker by appearing before the court on particular date and time. So the banker has to state the reasons why the payment cannot be made to Mr. Y, what are the reasons, or why those funds cannot be utilized to pay to Mr. Y. If there are any such reasons and all, the banker has to go to the court. He has to give the reasons to the court. Okay, on one particular date will be there and one time will be fixed. On that day the banker has to go and say, or he has to give any objections if there are any objections. Okay, then second one is order absolute. So order absolute, it is the final order issued by the court to the banker. Okay, so when the banker does not raise any objection in the court, so now in the first stage the banker had to raise any objections, that is if there are any objections from the side of the debtor or the banker to make the payment to the creditor. Now if there are no such objections, the after the stipulated time or after the given period of time, what will the court do? The court will do another order absolute. Okay, that is if the banker does not attend to the court and state any objections, at that time the court will issue another notice called as order absolute. So here whenever this notice is been received by the banker, the banker has to freeze and make the payment to the judgment creditor. Okay, now Mr. X's account has received garnishee order, the banker does not have any objections and all, and Mr. X's account is having say 60,000. Okay, at that time banker has to give rupees 50,000 or has to pay rupees 50,000 to the judgment creditor Mr. Y. Simple. Okay, so he has to make the payment to whom? The creditor, that is the judgment creditor, after receiving the order absolute. Okay, so these are today, this much is sufficient. The rest of the things in your garnishee order we will study in our next class. Okay, I hope these things are clear. If these things are not clear, kindly do ask. Okay, so thank you, have a nice day.